Hi folks, Steven here. So I wanted to let you know about a recent change to the rules regarding reprinted cards in the Pokemon trading card game for tournaments. This was posted in the latest TCG tournament rules and formats document. It came out about a week or two ago. And just to let you know, the original version of the document sort of had something that was a little more serious than what we eventually got. It said that from time to time, cards printed in previous expansions are reprinted in a new expansion. And then unless the card text is identical to the new version of the card, it will not be legal. So we saw this in the latest version of the documents, and some folks were a little bit confused or worried because, there's some potential problems with this. What about non-functional changes where they add or remove a word but don't really change how the card works? And also there's problems with, foreign versions of cards. If it's a non-functional change, there's a very good chance that one or two languages might change, but the others might not. So this was kind of swirling around for a bit, but it got clarified a day or two ago. There was a post from Dylan Exobyte Mayo from the Pokemon Company International on the Pokegym, and he sort of explained that what they meant to say is that they wanted older cards that were functionally very different from being played. Previously, you could play these with a reference. The new rule going forward is that you're not going to be able to, and the document has since been updated. It now says, from time to time, cards printed in previous expansions are reprinted in a new expansion. Unless the card text is functionally identical to the new version of the card, it will not be legal. Cards which have received errata, so they give the example of Potion, Rare Candy. There's about 6 or 10 cards that in the last few years they started doing this, have official errata that even though the card is functionally changed, that they've put out a statement to that effect, are also legal. So please see the Tournament Rules and Resources page for a list of cards that have been reprinted and are legal to play in the standard format. So that's the new version, which clarifies this quite a bit. Now, I don't have a full list of cards this affects, though that's actually done by, it looks like the Pokemon Company International is putting up a list. And there's also a guy in the Pokegym, Mike Martin, Pokepop, does a pretty good list of what's allowed. But to sort of give you the gist of this, any cards with a non-functional change, or that have had a formal errata, like I said, Potion, Rare Candy, and a number of others, are generally okay. You can use those in a format, in a deck, just the same as you would the modern version of that card. The change here is that cards that previously required a reference are no longer playable. So, for example, the Rainbow Energy from the Team Rocket set that was released back in 2000, you would not be able to use it under this new policy. Although there are a number of reprints of that have come out later that are presumably legal because they have very similar text and don't require a reference currently. So those are okay. So it is a change, but certainly more minor than we originally thought or feared potentially. So the question is kind of what happened here? Well, I don't think there's anything shady going on. What I think probably happened is that this was some draft text that somehow made it out to the final version of the document. And of course, the document has since been revised to say what TPCi actually meant. But, like I said, this is a bit more restrictive, and I kind of want to know, what are your thoughts on this? Will this affect you much? What are your thoughts? Give us an email or post a comment on this video. All right, folks, thanks.